Sean, first of all, a word about Dwayne Peel's retirement, a bit of a blow from a club and players' point of view.
Well, it is. It's devastating news, really, but I've known for a while, obviously. I've kept very close with Dwayne. And as it was with Ryan Jones recently, a very emotional time. It's really disappointing, but I'd like to congratulate him on a fantastic career. He's a legend of the game, and a real true rugby hero in our homeland in Wales, and renowned around the world. He's a top bloke, and he'll have a big future ahead of him in the game, in coaching, hopefully. Which he embarks on with immediate effect.
Yeah, absolutely. With you, of course. How big a career do you think he could have in coaching? Has he got the right sort of attributes to be a good coach?
Yeah, he has. He's got strong opinions on the game. He's played at the highest level. He's not afraid to speak up. He's had a leadership role throughout his career, most notably recently with Bristol. People will never get to see what he was like in the change room in half-time last year's final. But he was pretty outstanding, and those are the sort of things and moments where you need some composure, clarity, and he had those. So he's been sat alongside Max Sherratt and I for a couple of weeks while he's been rehabilitating, and he started doing some coaching this year with the A team and the British and Irish Cup team, and he's doing well. He's got lots to learn in terms of the general coaching process, but the actual game, then he knows clearly very well, so he'll do well.
Yeah, and what will his role be until the end of the season in terms of what will his coaching role be?
Well, he'll come in and do what he's been doing. He's been doing a lot of skill work. He's been helping Matt Sherratt with the back stuff. We've still got an A game that he'll take charge of against Saracens of that team. He'll work with the younger players, but he'll be instrumental around the first team squad in helping them through to the playoffs. His experience is invaluable. So he'll be a big part of our push now towards the end of the season, and then he'll be with us again next year moving forward. So
yeah, and on the field, playoff position sewn up. I suppose it was only a matter of time, wasn't it? But I mean, does that change your approach now for the rest of the season? Now you're definitely in the playoffs.
No, I didn't even know, to be honest, because you focused on the next game. It's very nice to qualified, but that was the aim. It's now about keep building our game, keeping players having game time, keeping certain players fresh, and keeping our performance ticking along. So it's nice, but we want to be obviously finishing the top two, so we get an opportunity to pick home or away in the semi-final leg, and that's what we're gunning for.
Yeah, and how did you assess the performance last week against what could be a playoff rival?
It was a stodgy performance from us, I'd say. Maybe a little lacklustre at times, but we did enough. Leeds are a good side. They threw a lot at us. But we weren't quite at the races, whether that was a result of the week off, the week before, plus the journey. But no excuses, really. We didn't function to how we had functioned in previous weeks. We've seen it as a little bit of a blip, and the boys have been through it a lot today, and then in no uncertain terms of they're going to put it right on Sunday. So it's good to come home to Ashton Gate and refocus and for another big game.
Yeah, and how's Mark Bakewell settled in?
Yeah, as somebody who's just lived from Bondi Beach, he's pretty relaxed about it, you can imagine. He's good company. I've known Mark. He came and spent some time with us when I was at the Ospreys after he left Bath. So he fits the psyche of the group, which is very important. Got his own views, and already started to drive standards within the forward group, which is exactly what we need. Another fresh pair of eyes, and just gives the boys a little lift, which is good in a long season. And he's welcome at this moment in time, because we've chopped and changed a little bit. It's been difficult for the forwards in particular. It's been difficult for Andy to do a couple of different jobs. And now Mark is here, we can settle down and push through to the end of the season.
Yeah, what are you expecting from the Pirates this weekend?
Oh, the usual, well organised. I taught Ian Davis many years ago. You wouldn't think it because he looks older than me, but he's been here a long time. He knows their game, he knows their players. He always gets the best out of young players that have come through, because they tend to lose a lot of players. He'll be well prepared. They've got a big British and Irish Cup game the week after, so it'll be interesting to see how they take us. But they'll be coming for points. as they have done the last couple of seasons. They've looked to score tries, and it'll be a tough day at the office for us. They defend well, they're well organised, and that's what we'd expect from the Cornish Pirates. Having said that, we did a bit of a job on them down in their place early in the season, and we've got a lot of threats around the field, so we're expecting to put a performance in.
Yeah, are you surprised by the season they've had? I mean, it started slow, but I guess they've sort of picked up a bit, haven't they, of late?
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised that they've picked up, because they work hard through the season. They get a little bit more time together as the season goes on, and they get a little bit more settled. So when you get that as a coach, you get a group of players playing together, and you grow together, you tend to get slightly better performances, which is what's happened with us. We're gelling nicely. We just got to keep the fellas together now and keep the momentum going.
Yeah, and how is the squad looking ahead of the weekend?
Tired after the session I just gave them, but they're good and in good spirits. They're pretty open-minded. They know where we are. Their feet are on the ground. They're excited. That's for sure. They're not getting ahead of themselves, and they're working hard, and that's all we can ask. And they're just looking again at the next game and trying to be selected and keep selected and pushing on.
Good luck, Sean.
Thank you.